I'm Chris Aiosa. I am the Executive Director of DoGood Multnomah. And I am an Air Force veteran. My grandfather was a Korean War veteran in the Navy. He was always extremely proud of his service and what he did. And he instilled that into a lot of our family members. My oldest brother served in the Army, and I saw the opportunities that my brother had through serving. And so when it was my turn after high school, I said, that's what I want to do. There's no room for procrastination in the military. You have an objective and you get it done. And so that was really instilled in me. And so even as a student, if you have an assignment and it's due 4 weeks from now, you go home and you do it. Integrity was another thing that just really was instilled in me and that I just carry today. I have worked at a number of nonprofits in Portland that have served homeless veterans along with other things that they do. I started a conversation with some other veteran friends and buddies of mine, and I said, I'd love to start my own thing. And they're like, well, let's do it. So we formed a very small board. This location in the wintertime, we get 70. Before we knew it, we were a 501c3. On Veterans Day, 2015, we opened our first shelter that was able to serve 13 male-identifying veterans and their companion animals. It's difficult, or I would almost say impossible, to typecast homelessness, in particular with homeless veterans. There are veterans that suffer with PTSD, and then there are addiction issues. Veterans that suffer with PTSD or other afflictions are self-medicating. Some are leery to engage with the VA, or they're disenfranchised with VA services, so they'll try and do it other ways. There's a lot of individuals that are currently on the streets or in shelters that feel like they are the pariahs of society, that they're literally being walked over. And it doesn't take a lot to pitch in. I believe that every veteran should have an opportunity for housing, affordable housing. I think every veteran should have an opportunity to better themselves, if it's education, if it's employment, if it's anything, that we give them the opportunity to do that. I think the model that we have in being veteran specific, having a program set aside specifically for veterans where they can reunite sort of with that camaraderie, that brotherhood and that sisterhood that reminds them of their service, is extremely successful. Veterans talk to other veterans and veterans help other veterans. We give them an opportunity here through shelter and other housing, but the success lies with them, and they really are successful at, for lack of better words, picking themselves up from their bootstraps and helping other veterans as well. So it's just a great opportunity. The lives that we've impacted, the number of veterans that we've touched, like since 2015, has been probably close to 1,000 individuals, 1,000 families, and it's just made an extreme impact. When you have such a passion and you love what you're doing, it's not work. Like, I love coming to work. I love what I get the opportunity to do. We're a small organization, but we make a pretty good impact. I'm excited for what the future has.